Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. As per usual, this is probably one of my favorite series I get to make because I feel like, for me, I do upload a lot of videos every single day in terms of how to get a PS5 and all that stuff. That's why I always beg you guys to go subscribe and all that. But the major thing is I feel like I like this one because it basically goes and compiles all the rumors, all my thoughts, kind of the best places to be on the lookout for when it comes to actually getting a console, whether it's the PS5 or Xbox. A lot of these PlayStation restocks will also most likely also include the Xbox Series X and also sometimes the digital and also sometimes the Xbox Series S. So if you guys care about that, it's all kind of most of the time lumped on in together. And we do have some confirmed actual drops throughout this week. So basically it's very, very nice you guys be on the lookout for this. We also have quite a few rumors and also kind of give you guys the day-to-day on if places have dropped recently so you guys can avoid them and not have to worry about them as often, or just basically all the information we can kind of go put together for you guys to go and watch. So thank you guys all so much for watching. In general, I just hope you guys always appreciate these videos, and thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys do see any ads throughout the video itself, that does go towards my mom. And then same with our usual sellout stuff, like signing up for Weeble, which is linked down below. You guys deposit $100, and you guys go get free stock or Coinbase. If you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go get free Bitcoin. That also goes towards my mom, and same with the Amazon, where you guys have the PS5 link to check if there's warehouse sales or whatever. We'll touch on that throughout that. If you guys want to check, it's always linked down below. The Twitter and Twitch stream, we'll love if you followed up, especially the Twitch stream if you guys just like me playing games and hanging on out. Would love to see you guys there. We also do have the PS5 giveaway going on for the channel itself. So if you guys do want to enter either for restocking news, Sony news, or if you guys want to be entered on in to win an actual PlayStation 5, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, pop on the notifications, and leave a like on this video for sure if you guys enjoy it. And also leave your comments down below. So we have a lot of things to go and cover on. I'll probably go and start on the order of significance in terms of stuff you guys should be truly on the lookout for either today or these next few days. So hopefully you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. So I'm going to start this one off over here, guys, saying when it comes to actual confirmed things, we do know that there's a few things confirmed, but as always, the PS Direct is 100% on every one of these videos. The place I always highly recommend you guys going and trying to get your console from when it comes from Sony. PS Directs are directly buying them directly from Sony themselves. They have a really fast shipping. Stock, there's basically no chances basically for cancellations. It's very, very unlikely. You get the stock directly from them. And of course, they have really good quality control because it's buying directly from Sony. And as I mentioned, it's usually there within like 2 days or so. It's very, very quick turnaround when it comes to stock and in general. As well, if you guys ever are curious on how to enter, I know he says most of the weeks, but just in case someone's new, there's always a lot of new people. You basically go into a link. I usually like to tweet it on out, so make sure you guys follow up on Twitter, or I put it on the community tab on the actual YouTube channel itself. That should show up on the actual YouTube dashboard or YouTube app itself. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. And usually I will go and put those out if I can, if I'm not busy or in the shower or something like that. Most of the time I'm usually on top of it though. And what that is basically you enter on like a raffle. If you get entered on in, you have a chance to go and buy your console. Just because you are in the queue does not guarantee you guys are going to get one. Or if you guys are early in the queue and you guys are selected, you guys still have to be fast and get the consoles you want. So make sure you guys, if you guys ever can, pre-sign on into the actual Sony website with your actual Sony ID or make one. And also make sure you have your payment options saved if you guys can. Or as well, also know what kind of thing you want to get. Sometimes they have the digitals, but most of the stock is always on the disc. And I do usually recommend getting the PS5 Disc Edition because they make more. And although it might be slightly more expensive, there's a higher chance of you guys going and getting that. So if you guys ever see the PS Directs, as I mentioned, I do try to tweet those on out or make sure I'm on the actual YouTube channel itself. But I always highly recommend that. It's probably the best place, and probably any other person who's trying to help you guys get your PS5s can probably go and double recommend that the PS Direct is probably one of the best places to be on the lookout for. Another quick tip is always make sure you guys have multiple browsers. Just have the tab open at multiple different times, or also have your phone loaded as well. Every instance does count as a separate instance, so make sure you guys do it as much as you can to make sure you guys get as high up on the queue itself, because it's all RNG, it's all a raffle, so it's not 100% confirmed. But another thing to be kind of confirmed too, as well as 2 drops that we've been kind of following throughout this week. Number 1, you guys may have seen this on the previous video, but we kind of touched on quite a bit throughout this weekend, is Myers. Myers has had a few locations confirming stock in hand. Employees have confirmed it. This is not a regional, or it is a regional drop because Myers is an area, but it's not 100% confirmed for every store. But if you guys want to go check throughout the week, if you guys are getting groceries, or you guys want to give them a quick call and be polite, or even ask employees, you guys can maybe go double check and see if any PS5s do go and show on up anywhere. We do not know 100% exactly how this drop is working. It's been kind of all over the place, but I feel like I'm obligated obligated to go and tell you guys about it. But when it comes to that stuff, some employees don't fully know, and some managers are kind of out of the loop, and some places have dropped as well last week. So it's kind of maybe more the tail end of that drop. But we're also kind of seeing more stock showing on up. So be on the lookout if you guys do have a Myers near you, or if you guys want to go and ask when you guys are getting groceries or picking up stuff for dinner, lunch, or whatever. Maybe go and just double check and see if they have any stuff there and be polite. The next major one that I think everyone right now, if you guys are watching this part of the video, this is like the one specific part I want you to go pay attention to, is Walmart. Now, Walmart is like 99% confirmed. Let's say 95 just in case. 95% confirmed for this week. It was supposed to drop last week. Some of you guys may have actually seen the YouTube live stream we did. And we did have employees go and confirm that it was supposed to drop last week through live chat. I also did go get a $25 gift card for being nice as well to Walmart live chat people. But basically, there was supposed to be a drop last week around 1 to 3 EST, depending. They kind of changed the times a little bit. There was an Xbox drop. Typically, Walmart should be dropping around 3 EST on this Thursday. It also could be maybe various throughout maybe a few hours, or if they postpone it or delay it, or even possibly even do it earlier, because now we kind of know that date's around, so there's been a lot of publicity around it. But especially be on the lookout for that, because it's pretty much confirmed, especially because they probably will have stock available, because it was supposed to be dropped last week. So they might even have even more stock throughout this. Usually Walmart does do waves, so even if you guys only watch this video, probably more updates throughout the week, of course, which is why I always tell you guys to subscribe in for the PS5 giveaway. But when it comes to that stuff, they usually do waves. It goes even at like the proper 3 o'clock, 3:10, 3:20. You keep on refreshing, and then it goes to instantly sold out or out of stock. We do kind of think that's more so to prevent against bots. And then after that, it kind of goes and comes back on after like 10, 15 seconds. So be on the lookout for all of that. I do also make a quick note because I'm recording this a little bit earlier, just in case anything's randomly happen throughout then. I'll probably either let you guys know whenever I'm like properly fully awake or whatever. So just so you guys know, sometimes it takes time to upload the video, be it the thumbnail, render the video, and all that good stuff, especially for a longer video like this. So if I'm slightly delayed on anything, hope you guys don't mind and joke, because I also have to go and make the video, and you guys know what I mean. So I can't be looking at Twitter right now. But when it comes to Walmart itself, as I mentioned, we did have an Xbox drop that happened. And also, I think it should be very much overdue as well. And of course, we've also had employee live chats go and pretty much confirm that it should be this Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. EST, depending on the time. We'll probably have more confirmation, but probably 3 p.m. if we had to fully guess. They've changed it slightly a few times, sometimes at 3, sometimes at 2. We'll probably have more information either on that day or a little bit beforehand with live chat. So we'll give you guys more information throughout the week as we get it. I'm not sure if the Xbox will be restocking as well, because the Xbox did go and restock in that previous drop, but be on the lookout for it either way when it comes to Walmart. The next major one, because I've had a lot of people ask about it, is Amazon. Now, if you guys probably maybe seen either on yesterday's videos or just in general, Amazon has had some big leaks when it comes to around 40,000 consoles coming in March. As of now, it is March 1st. So thankfully, we have a pretty long time to go, or we have a pretty nice month to be on the lookout for all these drops itself. Amazon did go drop maybe around like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago or so. So it's slowly getting up to the point where it is overdue, but it's not overdue yet. We don't know specific dates, but we definitely want to be on the lookout for Amazon throughout this next month. So 2 little quick side notes in the middle of this. Number 1, we have also heard Sony that they did say they want to start producing more consoles and making more consoles in general. So we'll kind of see if every month gets better and better and better, as a Sony CEO has said. So we can definitely be on the lookout for all of that stuff, because for me, I want to see more consoles. I'm sure all of you guys do if you guys are still on the lookout for, or even trying to get consoles for your friends, family, uncles, or whoever. But as well, I do also want to make a quick note and say that some of the drops have happened a lot throughout these past 2 weeks. So it might be a little bit more of a drier week overall, but there's still a good chance for different places. And ideally, we'll still have more stock just kind of floating around throughout this week in general. As I mentioned, hopefully Sony will be on top of that too, as well, have more stock. When it comes to Amazon, as I mentioned, we have a lot of big restocks happening. We don't know specific dates, but we'll be on the lookout for it. I do have a friend that works over on Amazon that also has stated that warehouse consoles will be showing on up as well. So always, you guys can check the Amazon link down below to check if there's any warehouse sales. Just go to the actual link and go to see more buying options and go from there. We'll definitely have a lot more Amazon news throughout the actual month too as well. But ideally, we're seeing a lot of big stock everywhere, which is very nice. The next major thing is the Newegg Shuffle. Now, I keep on saying this in my early in the day videos of like how to get one for the day, but when it comes to the Newegg's been very overdue in terms of dropping a proper drop, and they do the raffle system kind of how they do it for the actual PS Direct, where you enter on in, you have basically 4 hours to maybe go and get it if you guys are selected, or they've also sometimes had normal individual sales where it's just pure PS5 or PS5 disc, or PS5 Digital, or even bundles as well. So be on the lookout throughout Newegg. They usually more so drop later on throughout the day. If they do, I usually around like the 4 to 8 range, I've kind of noticed, and the shuffles are usually a bit earlier as well. So be on the lookout for that. I just feel like Newegg's more so overdue. So throughout this week, I'm probably going to mention them a lot. The next major thing is probably going to be for the big boys. This is all like the other major retailers. So Best Buy. We have been seeing some Best Buy rumors when it comes to the actual console itself, which is good. We have been seeing some more kind of attention put onto it. We made a video yesterday where live chat was saying maybe the second or third week of the PlayStation, or that's when the next PlayStation drop that might happen, along with the Xbox Series X. Now, granted, live chat is not always 100%. We do not know entirely if it's always true or not. Sometimes they get misinformation, or sometimes things get pushed back or whatever, or sometimes Sony has issues with their actual production, so it takes a little bit longer for all of that. But I don't think really Best Buy is going to drop this week. There's been a few rumors, so there is always that small chance. More so when people usually kind of bringing it up and talking about it kind of makes, everyone be like, oh, okay, let's go and, pay more attention, I guess, for all this stuff. But when it comes to all that, Best Buy, I don't think it's going to drop this week. 3 drops in a row with a big amount of stock, like how Best Buy does. I think it looks a bit more unlikely, but if there is a random drop, I'm all for it because I just like getting in it just in general. So we'll be on the lookout. We'll keep you guys updated. Best Buy does have a live chat, so that does sometimes give us information as well. So it's always kind of good for us to be on the lookout for that. Next one's Target. Now, Target, we've kind of followed Target a lot on our channel. When it comes to Target, we do know that there is still stock available in a lot of different locations, but even as that happened throughout last week, it can go either way. We are expecting that Target now so has been doing regional drops and also more so in the morning drops as well. So we kind of see that more around the 8 a.m. times, give or take. Best Buy is also more early in the morning as well, if you guys ever watched that. Best Buy usually before like 1 p.m. or so, give or take. But Target, as we know, they do have some actual stock available. Employees have also confirmed their stock flowing around. But most of the stock that's actually in the stores are mostly already been allocated towards the previous Target drop. I don't think Target's going to drop this week. There's always a chance if they have a random regional drop, or maybe I missed something, or maybe like I oversleep it, or even as I'm making this video or something, who knows. And then when it comes to all that stuff, I don't think it'll drop, but we'll be on the lookout. Maybe throughout later on this week, we can start kind of re-looking at Target stock after we've given it like a week or so to kind of recoup and have them start moving stock. We do know from employees they continuously keep on getting stock overall, so it is kind of nice for us to be on the lookout for that because there is always stock moving. And with Sony also stating they want to keep on making more stock for everyone and moving out more stock in general, it's going to be kind of nice for us to be on the lookout for Target overall. But I don't think Target's going to really drop in general. Same with Best Buy, mainly because they've had such good drops. Walmart's been a little bit, and we pretty much have that confirmed for this week. The next major one is probably for GameStop. Now, we've also been hearing more rumors on GameStop too as well. GameStop had a pretty nice random drop that happened a few days ago. I thought it was pretty good, pretty solid drop, is in my opinion. And I think a lot of people have actually had a chance to go get their consoles overall from GameStop as well. So be on the lookout. There's been hearing some rumors. Usually rumors are a good sign because if people are talking about it, typically that means that there's probably a reason why they're talking about it. But as of now, I think it's a little bit too close to the last previous GameStop drop. But if we're seeing more bundles or more stock or stuff in general, there's a kind of a nice chance that there might be a good GameStop drop this week. I think some of the bundles have been a little bit more overpriced and a little bit more expensive, which does kind of stink a little bit when it comes to the drops. But GameStop's been pretty reliable. They usually have their drops come pretty quick. And overall, I think it's just a fast experience. I think it's pretty good. Like, I'm kind of okay with that. I do want to touch on then, too, as well, with all the bundles with AntOnline. Now, AntOnline did go do a drop last week, late last week. So I kind of feel like their PlayStation is going to be a little bit more less likely as well. There's always a good chance. But typically, I think the actual restock cycle is more like 2 to 3 weeks or so, give or take, just in general. So be on the lookout for it either way. I think if anything, for the AntOnline, we probably care more about the Xbox Series X bundles that they may go and do. They have tweeted out that they want to keep on consistently doing a drop once a week, which is maybe likely if they can keep on getting stock. So there's always a chance for the PS5 from AntOnline. But as I mentioned, I think I'd probably more so be thinking for the actual Xbox bundle, if anything. Some other side things to make a note on, and this is kind of why some of the drops might be a little bit more on the drier side this week, which I'm kind of okay with as long as they build up stock and they move stock and we keep on getting new stock. So the next drops are going to be bigger. But when it comes to all this stuff, I think all of the Myers are probably going to be pretty much sold out throughout this week. All the other grocery stores, such as Costco, they did do drops last week. So there's always a chance, but I think it might seem a little bit more unlikely for all the bundles going on. Sam's Club also did have some drops as well, only like 4 days ago or so, give or take. So I think it might take a little while for them to get more stock as well, unless they, on the rare case, maybe get extra stock from Walmart, because as Walmart drops, maybe they have some cancellations. Maybe they'll just throw them into bundles for Sam's Club, and same with some of the other major grocery store chains as well. Now, one place we actually haven't seen drop in a while, Kohl's. Funny enough, Kohl's has got a pretty consistent chain of drops, and they haven't really dropped in a little while. So I almost want to say to be on the lookout for Kohl's as well, mainly because they have had a lot of stock, they've had online stock, and surprisingly, they've gotten a lot of restocks as well. So be on the lookout for Kohl's. I'm not confirmed on Kohl's, but something to be on the lookout for. And a few other places to kind of mix that into is we have been seeing some more smaller chains getting stock, local game stores and all of that. You guys can give them a call if you guys have a local card store or whatever, where they may have some possible stock floating on in, because we have been seeing slow amounts of stock coming on in general. So be on the lookout regardless for that. It's not confirmed, but we keep on seeing little baby pieces mixed on in. And of course, as well, if you guys want to go and check out for the UK and such, we have a lot of big news for the UK. We actually might make some more videos throughout this week for the UK. But the UK, I think, has pretty much almost confirmation throughout this week that most of the major retailers will be dropping. We'll probably touch on this more, maybe a proper, better video. But I think both the Game, Argos, Amazon UK, and all those places have a lot of really big movement going on. And that kind of ties into all of us in America, since I think most of my audience is more so American anyway, is that for us, when we have like big actual stock showing up in other regions, I think they've confirmed early March and late March. That kind of sometimes corresponds with either America, or maybe we'll have a big stock maybe on the first week of March, or my expectations, and you guys would probably agree, probably more so the second or third week of actual stock, because if they basically have to go and supply up all the UK and Europe, they also have to make sure that's like priority number one, and then move all the stock on over to America afterwards. Probably whenever the UK is all fulfilled and they start getting drops, then basically they can wipe that off their list for a little bit and start moving that stock towards us in America. So, but either way, I think the UK and Europe are going to have a lot of really good drops throughout this week in general. And also for Canadian news, we're hearing some more Best Buy rumors for Canada as well, Amazon rumors for Canada, and EB Games as well. We've seen actually a lot of good news all mixed on in, and they pretty much anything that happens in these other regions sometimes does correlate with how it does for us in America as well. Mainly because as we keep on getting stock in other regions, it kind of comes back to us. We're either number one, we get the stock because they basically have other places fulfilled, or two, we're just overdue that in like the next cycle. Another major thing to be on the lookout to, as well as I didn't really mention, when it comes to the PS Direct for this week, mainly because there's not really that many major drops that we're kind of assuming, besides maybe Walmart, this would probably be a very good week for the PS Direct, mainly because with the PS Direct having all the stock allocated for the Best Buys, the Targets, and the Amazons, etc., that have already dropped throughout late last month, that sometimes leads into the actual Sony having an extra chance to build up the own company supply of stock, which lets them basically go and have a chance to do more of the PS Directs. I'm sure they allocate it regardless, but if you have less fulfillment stuff set on in for all the American folks, it makes it a little bit easier. In terms of all the other regions, I think Japan is slowly starting to get more stock, which is nice, as well as also I think China is starting to get in the motion too as well. Whenever we hear more Chinese news, we'll keep you guys up to date when it comes to them getting their stock overall. And also, as I mentioned, it is kind of nice that Sony is trying to go fulfill all their stuff. They're trying to go get all their consoles go and produce as best they can and deal with all the production issues that we've been hearing about in general. So that's pretty much about it for my thoughts. I think this week might be a little bit more on the drier side, but overall, I think we have some good chances for some nice drops, some confirmed drops with Myers and Walmart, as well as also with the PS Directs that'll probably happen throughout this week. So should be a pretty good week. We'll hopefully get some good W's. I know a lot of people have gotten consoles this past few weeks as well, which is kind of why we've been working in some more actual news videos and such throughout the channel. So if you guys have been watching that, thank you guys all so much. And I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you guys all watching. I know these are a little bit more longer, but I try to be concise and kind of give you guys all the points, and try not to go beg you guys to subscribe for the PS5 giveaway or leave likes or, sign up for the Weebles. But I do appreciate you guys all so much. You guys are all fantastic. Any ads you guys may have seen throughout the video do go towards my mom. As well, leave a like if you guys made it this far. Comment down below your thoughts for maybe your favorite retailer to be on the lookout for, or anything of the sort. If you guys want to, always go check on the Amazon link for the PS5 or cancellations, warehouses, or whatever. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, especially for the PS5 giveaway. If you guys want to, follow me on the Twitter and Twitch, especially the Twitter for sure, so I can tweet out directs or anything else we go and see. And of course, also the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free for stock and free money. And also Coinbase, if you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Thank you all so much for watching. Very lovely video, very good time, and I appreciate you guys all spending your time with me to even go and hear my thoughts and all this. We'll have a lot of good videos all throughout the rest of the day. And if you guys missed any fun news videos, go check on the channel. We made a bunch of cool news videos all throughout this past weekend as well. Hopefully March will do us all good. Luck of the Irish up in here, boys, and hopefully you guys all have a good rest of your days. Thank you all so much for watching. As I mentioned, if I miss anything, as I've been recording this because it's like a 20-minute long video, plus the time it takes to upload and process and also make the thumbnails and such, that's on my bad. So hopefully nothing bad happened, but I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. You guys are all fantastic, and I'll see you guys up in the next one.